Am I the jerk for refusing to share a bed with my ex-wife again? I'm a 41-year-old man and I was married to my ex-wife, who's now 37, for a good while. We started dating when she was 24. Back then, she had more experience in the bedroom than I did, but she often told me I was the first guy to actually treat her to proper dates, not just treating her like a casual hookup. Things moved pretty fast, and we got engaged about 20 months after we first met. We got married, and eventually, we had our daughter, who's now 12 years old. Looking back, my ex always seemed to be searching for something more out of life. It was this vague, undefined dissatisfaction that I could never quite put my finger on. I tried to understand what it was she was looking for, but I never could figure it out. Over time, that feeling of discontent just grew, and eventually, our marriage completely unraveled. The final straw was when she cheated. I try not to let that define our history, but I'd be lying if I said it doesn't still sting a bit. We officially separated 2 years ago, and our divorce was finalized last year. Since the split, I haven't really gotten back into the dating scene seriously. I've been focusing on myself and my daughter. My ex, on the other hand, moved on pretty quickly. She dated a few different guys before she settled down with her current boyfriend, Mark, who's 45. They've been together for about 10 months now. From what I can tell, Mark seems like a really good guy. Most importantly, my daughter likes him a lot, so I have absolutely no issues with him being in their lives. Mark is a former football player, so he's got that solid athletic build. You can definitely tell he was all muscle back in his playing days. Now, he's kind of in that phase I'd describe as muscular but carrying some extra weight. He's not unhealthy by any means, just not as lean as he probably was in his prime. Think of someone like Shaq post-retirement, still a big, strong guy, just a bit softer around the edges. Now, here's where the story gets complicated. I own a beach house. It used to be our family getaway spot when we were all together. After the divorce, it became my place to take our daughter for weekend trips, just the two of us, creating new memories. So, last week, I went to my ex-wife's house to pick up my daughter for one of our beach weekends. As we were about to leave, my ex asked if she could tag along. She explained that Mark was away on a work trip, and she was feeling bored and lonely at home by herself. I didn't see any harm in it. We're co-parents, we can be civil. So I said, sure, no problem. I thought it would be nice for our daughter to have both of us there, even if we're not together anymore. The trip started out fine. We drove to the beach house, got settled in, and spent the day having a good time. The issue didn't pop up until that night when it was time to go to sleep. I went to my room, got into bed, and a few minutes later, the door opens and my ex-wife just hops into bed with me. She just slid under the covers like it was the most natural thing in the world, as if we were still married and this was our nightly routine. I was completely taken aback. I immediately asked her what she was doing. She just shrugged and casually told me that Mark wouldn't mind. I was speechless. Nothing happened between us. Let me be very clear about that. But the whole situation made me incredibly uncomfortable. Here I am lying in bed next to my ex-wife who is in a committed relationship with another man. It just felt wrong on so many levels. The boundaries were completely blurred. I didn't sleep well at all that night. I just lay there, tense and confused. A few days after we got back from the trip, I received a text from her. She asked if she could come stay at my place again the following week because Mark was going to be busy with work again. I didn't want to have this conversation over text, so I waited until I could talk to her in person when I picked up our daughter. When I saw her, I calmly and respectfully explained my position. I told her that I was not okay with her sharing my bed while she is in a serious relationship with someone else. I said it wasn't appropriate, and it made me uncomfortable. She immediately got defensive. Her go-to response was, Mark wouldn't mind. But that wasn't the point for me. My comfort mattered too. So I replied, okay, but I would feel a lot better if I could hear that directly from him. Well, that did not go over well. She completely lost it. She got upset and started accusing me of being jealous of her relationship with Mark. She claimed I was trying to sabotage her happiness and that I could unstand to see her with someone else. It was a complete overreaction and felt like she was projecting her own issues onto me. I tried to explain that it had nothing to do with jealousy and everything to do with respecting boundaries, hers, mine, and Mark's. But she wasn't listening. She just kept insisting that I was the one with the problem. The conversation ended with her storming off, and now there's this awkward tension between us. I'm starting to second-guess myself. Was I wrong to set that boundary? Her reaction was so extreme that it made me wonder if I'm the one who's out of line. I just feel that if the roles were reversed, and I tried to crawl into bed with her while I had a girlfriend, it would be a huge issue. I'm just trying to be respectful of everyone involved, including her boyfriend who, by all accounts, is a decent guy and doesn't deserve this weirdness. So, I have to ask, am I the jerk for refusing to share a bed with my ex-wife while she has a boyfriend? Thanks for listening to my story. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. See you in the next one.